Uh, Here we go. Hello. Oh shoot. That's just my echo. There we go. Hello. Oh shoot. That's just my. There we go. I'll pause this and let's see. I think a good move here would be to look at some new CSJ content. The ego. I'm sure I could find it through Ego Hackers. Boop. Boop. Aw, cute. Reverence and satisfaction. Oh, this is 51 minutes. Dang.
Welcome to Season 18, Episode 25 for our
Dang.
season Cognitive Mechanics. We're discussing cognitive origins today. The cognitive
This is
origins that we're going to be discussing
very
are
low
satisfaction and
quality,
reverence.
but let's roll with it. I'm gonna put
Which
on
are
some
the
lo-fi cassette
origins that
tape
which
kind
the
of feel to
temple
it.
types tend to seek the most, which is important, albeit incredible. One second here. I am going to grab the link. I'm going to invite some more people to join
Interesting.
us into tonight's situation. Alright, one second here. Trying to.
Maybe this.
There it is. Alright, cool. Alright. Awesome. Okay, so as usual, we discuss and define what cognitive origins actually are, just so that in case there are cherry pickers within the audience, wait, that's like almost everybody, they will actually be able to follow along and get educated as much as the rest of us hardcore people who actually sit around and consume every ounce of content that is to be offered to the Ego Hacker community. So, what are cognitive origins? Cognitive origins are the 8 primary desires of humanity. They are the things that every human being is striving for, seeking out in life, and trying to gain for themselves on a regular basis. Our origin fuels everything we seek, and it is the hole that each of us is trying to fill. So, like, I have a satisfaction-shaped hole in my soul, and as well as a reverence-shaped hole in my soul. And when considering octogram, actually, the size of the hole is actually very much dependent upon
this sounds okay. That sounds awful. I can't do it. Oh, that's hurting my ears. Sorry. Maybe this? Temple introductions. Oh my god.
Welcome to the C.S. Joseph podcast. I'm your host, C.S. Joseph, and also we have Chris Taylor, who is a guest today, which is pretty awesome. He's joining me,
even though he's sitting inside a fridge
from his dungeon. Awesome. And we are going. Today's episode is season 18, Cognitive Mechanics, the Cognitive Mechanics season, which is what we've typically referred to as the live lecture. Live lectures went away, and the reason why they went away from the members area is because we realized that in releasing the temple content, which is episode 19 forward, we realized we kind of messed up. And it's more of like, okay, yeah, we're at risk of people getting the wrong idea. So we actually spent some time and in the field, also doing additional research and thinking and brainstorming, and came up with a much more cohesive system with proper nomenclature, and that way we could present it in a form that makes sense, a format that makes sense. And that's basically the reason why we're doing this. So this is technically season 18, episode 19 reshoot. This is basically a reshoot. And because we're commemorating live lectures returning to the Journeyman membership, we decided to invite the Discord community to join us this evening, maybe potentially ask questions. We may even be providing links via the mods or the community leaders within Discord to actually invite people to join us on the show. Make sure that you guys have your microphones and your webcams ready if you want to be able to join Chris and I here on the show and ask questions related to the temples, which we may or may not do. It just depends on how the show goes, but I'm giving you folks in the Discord an opportunity for that. Also, one other thing relating to that is that starting with this episode, which is episode 19, since we have well over a year's worth of season 18 content, and whenever we shoot one of these live lectures that we do, we email people a copy of the lecture, basically, so that they can watch the lecture as well. But a lot of times people lose those email links. They may end up in the spam folder, so it can be a problem. So what we're going to do, starting with this episode, we're going to be releasing to the public on YouTube one episode of season 18 on YouTube every time we do a new episode of season 18, etc. It will take a year or two in order for it to catch up, because this is like literally 19 episodes ahead. So it'll be 19 months in order to get to right now, for the rest of the stuff that's on YouTube. And any episodes that we've released on YouTube, we will actually be removing from the Journeyman lecture area. But don't worry, we are not doing this with any of the other series or lecture series that we have in the membership area. It is just for these live lectures that we're doing that. Cutting Edge will still remain behind the paywall, as well as Season 14 Part 2, which Season 14 Part 3 is in the works. That's the relationships lecture series where we talk about bronze pairs very soon, which is going to be interesting. And then also like the hypocrisy episodes, the parenting episodes, those are all still staying behind the paywall. And then also we are working on Season 7 Part 2, which is an update from the Virtue and Vice season that we have on YouTube, and that will be for the Deadly Sins, because we have to lay down that foundation first in order for us to release our version of the Enneagram, which will be fantastic and accurate and not the bullshit that we have available now, which I'm pretty happy of. So yeah, that being said, I'm going to be introducing Mr. Chris Taylor, who is our special guest this evening. And we're going to be talking about
you and Judah.
The Pandora session.
Your first what?
It's been a while. The sparring.
Oh, nice. Did you get thrown?
No. I got arm locked a lot. Which I think, like, the people that were more experienced were, like, trying to not do anything with my legs.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's intentional or not. But I thought it was cool regardless.
Yeah. That is pretty cool of them.
It also, like, took only, like, 15 seconds to beat me, so, you know.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. I mean, that's generally what you want in a fight, right? You want it to last you want it to be as quick as possible.
Yeah. I'd like to win too, but I don't get everything I want.
That's in time, young Padawan, in time.
For sure. There's just some stuff where I'm like, I still remember my first randori where I was on top of a person. I was like, ha, gotcha. And then they choked me and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, how did you even do that?
I think they had both grips on the lapel and were just crossing him.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that means for, like, if I'm being all honest with you, Sam. Like, those words.
Think of a robe.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, you know, there's, like, the two sides of it. Then there's, like, the belt portion. Then, like, there's the sections where it divides. And then it's, like, you see the chest.
Yes.
That section that's, like, in between the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those flaps is the lapel.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what am I doing? I have a camera. Lapel.
Let's see your beautiful... Oh, wait, let me see. That part right there?
Yeah.
Nice.
And you can also go up here, too, and get it. Oddly, I can even one-hand choke myself. Hey.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to choke yourself, huh?
I had the balls for in class to say, you know, I might not have a Valentine, but I'm still getting choked.
Oh my god. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm drawing a Valentine's Day gift for Courtland. And also, yeah. And also, I am streaming and they want to hear about romantic compatibility.
Oh. Is this where we gush about Cortland for the next 2 hours?
No, I kind of want to talk about like whoever like pops in. I wish they like the people popped in like in real time so I could just like do Q&A shit. But
yeah,
I know that some people are going to be watching the recording because I have a few of those. So,
yeah.
do you think you could start describing UCT and we could just like spitball from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So UCT, universal compatibility theory, is about basically your primary function in the sense of like what it means for you to be a man or a woman. It's not related to like dominant functions like, you know, hero and shit. But it's about kind of like what leg do you stand on to describe yourself as a man or a woman? For men, it's introverted functions. For women, it's extroverted functions. And then going from there, introvert sensing is like me being a man, I am dutiful, I am loyal, and hardworking. That orientation. For the NI, it's like I will find the path forward every time. For TI, it's about problem solving. I will fix problems like a good magician that I am. And then introverted feeling is basically having upright morals and principles, the highest level of integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the extroverted, going back in order, extrovert sensing is very performance oriented, so they tend to be very comforting, very aesthetic oriented, that kind of thing. I would say funny, but women aren't funny.
Wow.
And then extroverted intuition. Oh God, I don't even know. I think it's just about being desirable, but I wonder if there's like an oracle sense to it as well. I kind of ignored that because I'm not going after that shit.
Any women? Any primary women?
Yeah.
You going
You have an
after?
idea? Oh, like SE primary or like the judgment primaries.
Oh, okay.
It's like if it's like an SE either woman is any primary, then I basically have to get her out of that shit.
Oh yeah.
And I'll explain that in a second. And then we have extrovert feeling primary, which is kind of about like maintaining social norms and like looking at the feelings of the group or your man, basically. Then there's extrovert thinking, which like gushes about the achievements of your man. Or at least that's how I usually see it being manifested.
That's TE you said at the last bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, there's cars.
That's
I'll
okay.
take the long way home. But right now it's just the intersection's the intersection.
Yeah, I got you.
And then based on your octagram, it determines what your functions are. So like for me, I'm a UDF INTP, which would mean it would be my demon or my trickster based on which one's introverted. So my demon is introverted because I'm introverted. So basically my primary function is FI demon, which that morality thing comes off more like pride. So I'm basically, my thing on masculinity is I'm a very prideful son of a bitch, and try changing my ways, I fucking dare you. See, it's a little depraved in a way because it's hostile. So the best thing I could do as a UDF INTP is give to UDSF. And then, like, you know, I'm going to my hero function. Hero, if you're introverted and, hero or parent based on introversion. So since I'm introverted, my hero is introverted. So I would be TI hero, TI primary. So I'd basically be using my hero energy all the time to, you know, help solve problems for myself and other people in my kingdom. And it's a lot more energetic and it's a lot more good.
A lot more good, yeah.
Yep. For the SDUF, that would be the nemesis or the critic. For a man, which one's introverted. So if I were an SDUF INTP, I would have NI primary, which would mean I'm really doing my critic. Like I'm very critical of like, you know, future paths forward. Kind of like think of Oppenheimer when it was like, the bombs, and the other guys are like, just do it.
I haven't seen Oppenheimer, but I could imagine.
I haven't either. I just know he hated that shit.
Oh, I see.
I read that one John Bodine article.
I see.
Rip.
Rip.
And then SDSF would be child or inferior based on which one's introverted. So if I were an SDSF INTP, I would have SI child primary.
Right.
Which would be like, hi, I'm working really hard. But since it's a child function, it's like I'm playing. I'm like playing it for 16 hours a day. Woo!
Hey,
Look at all the hard work I'm doing. It's not that hard because I'm having fun.
Yeah. I like to be that way, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's how SI inferior feels a lot. So
Dude,
you
I love
are say your octagram again?
Oh, I'm UDUF INTP.
And your primary function is,
Introverted feeling.
which means,
Basically, I as a man am very hell-bent on my morals
okay,
and
gotcha.
principles. But since it's like in the shadow, I guess specifically demon for me, it's like arrogant and prideful in a way. It's not like as virtuous as like say Christ Taylor himself with his FI primary,
Oh,
FI
Christ
parent.
Taylor, yes. Beautiful.
I love that guy.
Yeah. I forget that him and Sarah started up the same way as me and Cortland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Watching what you're drawing on your stream, and it looks cool.
Thank you.
It also is very wholesome.
Thank you. Yeah. I like doing composition art.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're
It's
Very
kind of like
cool.
what would you expect from an any user?
are any users wholesome? Sam.
I'd say
Yes,
SI users more often.
Oh, okay.
an SI user is an any user.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying SI specifically because it's kind of like we just really have our sense of self and we're not as concerned about what other people are doing. So it's like it kind of comes off sweeter because it's just that's us. Wayfarers tend to be the most shallow of the type, so I'm gonna, judging off of that, I'm gonna say the inverted crusaders probably are the most wholesome, and I think the
What do you mean by
INTP
inverted
ego
crusader?
hackers video.
Introverted.
Oh, let me finish.
What do you mean by introverted crusaders? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I
the
like, I like. Okay, I
can
think
I
that
finish?
the most.
Yeah, let him
Sorry,
finish, dude.
sorry, you.
The INTP ego hackers video, which by the way I had nothing to do with writing. I
Okay.
wasn't on the project at the time.
Gotcha.
They mentioned that not the most wholesome, but of the most wholesome tend to be INTPs, and I tend to agree with that because I'm a narcissistic, arrogant son of a bitch.
Oh. Wholesome. INTPs?
I think of like Asmongold, the homeless millionaire. Now he's a dick for sure, but it's like when he's in his SI comfy zone, it's like, man, I'm comfy now, and I'm not even an SE user.
Oh, like when they find their comforts, they're very wholesome.
Yeah.
I like Asmongold's philosophy, but I bet it would be what Elizabeth would consider to be a satanic philosophy. I think.
What is it?
Maybe I'm wrong.
What is his philosophy?
No one cares, so why should you?
Yeah, that's
He's right.
it depends
It's one of those things where if it's like, okay, so if I'm looking at the world and I'm expecting people to do, they should do this, they should do this, they should do this, who the fuck am I to determine that? People are going to do what they do.
Yeah.
Now, it's like, I think as an individual, we should do the thing that we're obligated to because, like, there's really only two rules to paganism, and it's hospitality and keeping your word. And especially as a man, if you don't keep your word, you're fucking nothing.
I try to keep my words.
Do you?
but I do. Why is that a question?
Because you made a claim?
Oh yes. Yes. Yes, and do you think I feel good about that?
Yes. I think you do feel good. Yeah?
No.
Nani?
No.
How do I feel? Good. What?
You do have fun in depravity. Now, I was where you were like 2 months ago, but like, call it what it is.
You go through phases. It's the way life is. I will say though, on that philosophy, I do. If you're talking about like caring, quote unquote, in the sense of trying to control stuff too much, then yes, stop caring. But if you're talking about caring, where you like get invested in people, then no, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
No, what I mean don't care is like let just stuff happen, and like just look at stuff happening. Like you don't need to do like anything. You don't need to be active. You don't need to be a social justice warrior. Like just see the world burn.
No, that's
And
not satanic energy.
okay, so Asmongold kind of has like a philosophy similar to mine, but the difference seems like
No, it's not similar at all.
Yeah.
just listen, just listen. Is
Okay.
okay. So, try to understand. Asmongold seems like he has inherited this while I have acquired it, which is people don't care about you, and so since people do not care about you, you should not care about them.
No, that's not what that means.
Unless they
Yeah.
do care about you. I care about those who care about me.
Yeah. So I, for one, have watched Asmongold since 2019. It's not literally. It's like a stranger. Yeah, a stranger doesn't care about you, but it's like he's a guy that goes back to back with his friends. You know,
Yeah.
that's ultimately
Yes.
more important. Because remember, the inferior function is scarce, so you gotta be careful where you put that stuff.
Oh, but he
Yeah.
insults lots of people, and he's fine with that. He knows that he makes people angry, and he doesn't give a shit, which is what I
Well,
like about
yeah.
him.
Yeah, he needs to. He just says what he thinks, and a lot of the time, it's right.
Yeah, but he doesn't set out to hurt people is the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not the objective to hurt people, but here's the point: he knows that people are gonna lose their faces when hearing that.
Yeah.
He knows that,
Mhm.
but he doesn't give a shit.
I did the same.
Yep. If it'll die by the truth, it should die from the truth.
Yep.
I think that, to be honest, I even compared like Asmongold's ideology with the world, which is kind of like inversed. Because, okay, and I'm kind of like projecting myself on him because like in my case, what happened is the same as what's happening to other people, but it's reversed.
Also, Steve says thanks for the explanation, Sam. Continue.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
Oh, just now he was there like for a while.
Yeah, he was.
So basically, what it seems to happen, and I actually read a comment explaining this in one of his videos. I think it wasn't his video. It was a video of someone commenting about him, actually not denigrating him, actually just describing in a very neutral manner. Probably someone would call him an Asmongold supporter, like someone from Twitter. But yeah, I would say that he was being neutral, although he agreed with it. But here's the thing: what it seems to happen is that people don't seem to give to, like, they seem to want people to give a shit because they think that they themselves are important. But then people don't actually give a shit about them, and they're like Pikachu face.
Shocked Pikachu face.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
yeah, go on. They're
Yeah,
mad
this is why
because
I'm
they don't give a shit.
Yeah, like very few people give a shit about like. No, I'm not saying specifically you, but like people generally don't care about people on individual levels unless they're involved with them on individual levels.
Yes.
Like, if like probably only like 4 people care I'm taking judo, and it's not even that they're huge fans of me doing judo. They're just happy I'm doing stuff.
Yep.
That's why I encourage not doing things because of other people, not going into specifics because we're in a live stream, but you really need to do what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, by the
From what I
by the
know,
way, I am live
Here's the
streaming
thing,
Hugo.
Healer. When you
yes, I know.
succeed,
I'm watching it. I'm watching it. I'm
Okay.
watching you draw.
Okay, that's right.
yeah,
And I know that
When-
that our conversation is being streamed.
Go
I
ahead.
even warned us about it.
yep.
Go ahead,
Because
Sam.
here's the
I'm
thing,
not
Healer.
gonna do it I'm not
You're
gonna say
like-
what you.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah, go
Hugo. Am I gonna have to mute your ass? Come on.
Sorry, I actually didn't know when was my time.
That's all good. Okay, so Healer, when you accomplish your goal, which you really only describe in a villainous, vindictive way, the person that you want to beat's not gonna care. Your crush is not gonna care. Elizabeth, Cortland, and I, we're not really gonna care that much.
Oh, that hurts a little. I thought you did.
And it's like, and it's not that we don't care about you. It's just we know why you're doing it. Basically, like the only happiness we'll get is he's finally done with this bullshit. Cool.
Yeah, now we can move on to the next thing. Thank God.
Yep. So this is why we encourage you. You do what you want to do. Like seriously, what do you want to do, man?
Me?
Yeah. Like really. Oh, here's actually a great example of SI primary within healer. He's feeling obligated by stuff. He's not doing what he wants to do, even though he's NI hero. That's how
Super weird.
warped UCT can be. That's the super ego state. My friend is a UDUF NI hero.
Well, I want to make video games. That's my primary objective. I want to give people fun. I want to make them have fun.
Awesome. That's a goal. Yes, please. How long did it take?
Yeah, it took a while.
It's okay. I'm NI critic. Everything takes me a long time.
No, I
But-
actually knew this.
Well, no,
Like, this
it
was
took
one-
you forever to
just
get it
fucking
out.
didn't tell us. The only thing he said was a League of Legends game isn't that hard to make, and I was like, really? No. But that's besides the point.
When
Do
I
you
say
have a
stupid-
game engine installed, Healer? Do you have like Unreal installed, Unity? What's the
I
other one?
use-
Godot?
Okay, I actually used to make games on Five Nights at Freddy's engine, which was Click Team Fusion. But
Okay.
eventually, when I started programming and I learned about library and frameworks, I was like, man, I think I really should create my own. I really think that I shouldn't use something that I do not know how it's working. And also because I want people to boast me about how a genius I am.
I get that, but like, don't worry about other people thinking you're a genius. Focus on learning the engine, what that you want to do, or the language you want to do if you're gonna do it raw dog.
Raw dog.
Raw.
Yeah,
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
So-
bro.
Yep.
I like the detail,
Feel-
by the way.
Don't
Thank
worry
you.
about your chess obligation. Wait, sorry. Between the cards, I realized Elizabeth was talking. I deeply apologize.
Oh, you're good. I was just saying thank you because you said something about my drawing.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
You're free to continue.
okay. Like, I'm here to free you from your obligations, my son. Go and do what you want because you'll feel prouder. Your new adopted dad will be proud. It'll be awesome.
Oh, don't say that on stream. Because
Well,
the-
Cortland's my dad too. What do you mean?
Yeah, Cortland's everybody's dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
actually,
because of
no, I think
people will be-
Foxy's my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that actually makes more sense.
Do you talk to him a lot?
I usually get an Effie inferior bitch mode every other media meeting, and he usually gives me some dad advice to cheer me up.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. My favorite is, Healer, I had the I want to be the best thing, and if I'm not the best, I'm nothing. But there's a lot of gray in the real tangible world because, like, usually, specifically, competitions are made to separate out gray matter, but there's, like, a lot of stuff involved, too. Like, think of even, like, a fighting competition. There's that one guy that learned Muay Thai, then the other guy that learned kickboxing, Krav Maga, or, this guy spent 4 years in this and 2 years in that, blah, 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 blah. Actually, fuck this car, I'm going. So, where were they going with this? So there's a lot of stuff in the air, arm length, neck size, because like if you have a thicker neck, you can take more punches to the fucking face. I love neck workouts.
Oh.
Side note for sure. But yeah, so like even in the most trying to separate all the gray and keep it 1v1, who's the best, there's still a lot of variables involved.
Yep.
Even the amount of sleep you got the previous night.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine there's no competition and it's just the world. It's all gray. There's no black. There's no white. There's no red either. There's no gold. There's no true winner in life because there's a lot of things to win at. And generally the people that quote unquote win are failing miserably in one or two other areas.
Amen.
I, for one, opt for balance, but I know progression types tend to not be as oriented on that. And, you know, that's okay. That's on you. What was the initial point of this?
That's
was what I wanted to do. I think.
Yeah, what do you want to do? So, like, the best thing. Yeah, the best thing. So, you know, I was kind of like, man, Potsy, I'm not the best at this, and it makes me sad, you know, and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you don't have to worry about the best thing. I mean, like, second, third, fourth, those are all good, too.
Yeah. That's
You're like
true.
doing a movie quote that I don't remember. But it's like, oh, yeah, there's a lot of ways to be the top dog. Like, I don't know if you ever looked at Strongman, but there's like 9 different dudes that claim to be the world's strongest man. Which one is it? They're
Yeah.
all really fucking strong.
It's definitely not
Exactly.
bodybuilder. Yeah, it depends. It depends on what you're saying by strong.
It
Do you
depends,
mean strong
yeah.
in a fight, or do you mean strongest? in
No, there
terms of
is
lifting?
literally strongman competitions, my guy.
Yep. You know, remember that Thor guy? Thor Bjornsson? You talked about him before. But yeah, he's an example of a strong man. Literally men that eat and train to lift the heaviest shit possible. But some of them spend more time on deadlifts. Some of them spend more time on bench presses. Because usually these world's strongest men actually have a specialty. But they're all still the world's strongest men. And I hate that there isn't just one. But I suppose they do it by using competition and there's different countries and blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of ways to be good, my guy. And all these guys are lifting and they're eating and they're having a great time.
Mm-hmm. And
So
even
you need to enter the niche you want to go to. Do your best. Have a lot of fun.
yep.
But here's the thing: I want to do lots of stuff. Do I have to do all that stuff,
No.
or should I do all that
I mean,
stuff?
I'm just describing strongman, but like, do you want to be an indie game dev or do you want to go in like the industry? You know, make some AAA bullshit.
Well, I want to have experience at the company, but I also want to know that I'm a good crafter. And essentially, when I'm doing indie game, essentially it's like, how do you say, what's the word that you say? Arts, like artisanal? No, wait.
Artisan?
Artisan work. Yeah, artisan work.
Okay.
Like
So-
I see painting, I see music composition, I see like all the kinds of art as art.
Mhm.
Fuck. Word, please.
Mhm.
Artisan work, and I consider. Look, I consider. So okay, even though like I know that Chase considers me an INFJ, but I still think myself as an INTJ. So here's the thing: I consider me doing the stuff that I want to do for myself, being like in my home, developing my game, like building the script, not the coding script, but like the story, drawing, writing the soundtrack, and making the concept art as well as coding. I consider that my like my subconscious, like it is essentially like just like Chase said, it is feminine energy. it's my Amina. I think he calls it
Anima.
Amina. Yeah, and me
The
working at a
anime.
company.
Anime, yes.
I said Amina. Amina,
No,
like
no, no, it's
A
not an
A.
emina. Emina is something that you stick up your ass when you're constipated. Anima is the spiritual femininity within a man.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your correction. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my anime is me doing the stuff that I want, which is weird because in my anime I would have an inferior, regardless of whether I'm INFJ or INTJ. But
Yeah.
here's the thing: I also want to have like confidence that I can work at the company that I'm building, that I am. So, for example, if I'm working as a director, I need to have management skills, and it's comfortable. It's what I think I should do. It's what my parents do. They work like not really 9 to 5. They actually have lots of time, but uh, but like you see, like they do pretty much what society tells them to do, not in the bad manner. Like what I mean is like, yeah, working at a factory or a desktop or like you see what I mean.
Yes.
So and I want to do both things. I want to have the comfort of being in a company and knowing that at the end of the month I'll always get my paycheck, and I always want the thrill of having to create something, having to deal a message if I want to live and potentially make money or even make a fortune out of it.
Mhm.
Because of two things. One, if you get like a following base for your project, it's gonna be easy for you for you to sustain yourself. And two, I have a message, and I want to show it either by work of manga, visual novel, or a video game.
Mhm.
Why do you need to feel like you're gonna, like, not make it in order to make a video game?
I said that.
Yeah, you said you wanted to, like, feel like you weren't gonna make it at the end of the month because you have to do this thing in order to earn money.
It's the
I
mentality
said
of
that.
starving wolves work.
Yeah, but he wants both, he said. He said
Sure,
he
yeah, it's,
wants.
it's definitely a
It's
contradiction.
paradoxical, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, but
I
why do
want
you
to.
have
I want
to.
to Okay, so I want the experience. So let's see if I want to be confident on myself that I could like go to, let's say I'm not gonna say companies with a bad reputation like Ubisoft or EA, but like let's see, I want to like present myself to, let's say, Valve, and
Mhm.
be in my hand and be like, yeah, this is possible, this is doable. I do not
Mhm.
want to go to a company like that, or like let's see, Valve or From Software, which is two companies which I'm really like interested in. I want
Mhm.
to go there and be like, okay, this is doable. I can actually go here and one day actually be an employee.
Mhm.
That's basically what I mean, because I like
Yeah.
their works and I would like to contribute to those.
Okay.
It's because I like what they're doing essentially.
Yep. So, what steps do you need to take in order to do that? Like, have you researched, like, do these companies like people with college degrees? Do they like need portfolios? What kind of portfolios are they looking for? Because one way or another, if you want to be a game developer, you're like getting hired by a company. You probably have to make games to add to a portfolio. That's my assumption.
Yep.
My
Um,
idea is a portfolio. My idea
yeah.
is a
So,
portfolio. I'm trying to do lots of stuff on my free time. Okay,
yeah.
okay. Like my first idea is actually what some people are doing, like Thor. And when I say Thor, I don't mean the Nordic god. I mean like
Mhm.
the guy from Earth Software. His name is Thor, and he's developing a game
Okay.
called what was it again? Heart something.
I haven't kept up with gaming stuff in a long time. I wouldn't know.
There wouldn't be any
It's
point in you
fun.
naming it anyway because we wouldn't understand.
Yeah. I am barely a gamer anymore, although I do want to play Pokemon Legends Arceus for a stream.
Oh, nice. I would love to see you play that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Maybe that's something you could do on Saturday.
Yeah.
Heartbound, Heartbound. The name of the game is Heartbound.
Okay.
And what he did, and some other people did, or maybe he didn't even do it because I actually did not search this, but some other people did this and they explain it. So essentially, like, you could either have a studio or you could do it solo. And so you develop a demo. You make a demo for your game, okay? And then you're gonna send that demo to lots of publishers. Like, for example, 3D Realms. It's like the most famous one on this. And other kinds of publishers, and like a curriculum. You're gonna like that demo that you made. That demo is your curriculum. It's your CV. It's your resume.
Yep.
So you're gonna keep sending to people, and they're gonna play it. And if they like it, they'll say, "Look, I think that what you're making is interesting. If you want, you can come here so we could talk about this." And so that will be kind of like a job interview. And if you get there, they would give you like some money depending on the time that you're gonna to develop your game. And that covers like all of what you need during the time that you're developing, like food, host, you name it. Like you see, and you have to show that you're actually doing it. You have to show some progress. And that's basically what I would be doing first. It's building a reputation inside the world that I'm getting into. And then, like, eventually, when I have already my name established, I could ask for a company. And I have already a portfolio with me. And it's not like demos, it's like full fleshed on games. But even demos could work. Even demos could work. Who said that you needed to do like a full blown project?
Yep. Whatever's needed. I just want to make sure you're doing the research and like working on it.
That is very important.
Chart the course. That's the name of your interaction style.
Like, for example, I could search right now about Valve and what they require. Okay, so I'm on the Valve Corporation's website, and they actually said that they're always hiring, and and there are actually lots of stuff that they have: art, audio, business development, data science, finance, software engineer, which is essentially what I mostly want to do.
Okay.
So the game development software engineer. Okay, yeah. So okay, they actually don't like have. Okay, here we have an offer. Just bring it. Like they just say it, what you have to do, and then you say apply. Because I assume that they're always asking for what is it called? People, it seems.
Yeah.
So.
Like the always thinking application is not as much like we're always hiring. It's more of a we'll look at your resume. And then if people are like,
and then they don't look at it.
Oh, what?
Then they don't look at it because it's stacking like 1 million of people also asking.
I wouldn't say 1 million. Like, I'll be honest.
It's
I
an
think you're really
exaggeration.
dumb if you want to work for a AAA studio at this point. It's like they're all fucking abusive.
Yep.
I
I
know,
used
I
to want
know.
to be a game developer. I said fuck that shit after the Blizzard fiasco.
You
Oh,
could
but
always make a game on
Blizz.
your own. You don't have to go into a company.
For sure.
No, no. Look. I already told you that the idea of a company is just to make sure that I can actually manage what I'm doing.
Mhm.
If I have to work with other people and if I have to do paperwork, like the objective of a company is I know that I can do that. I know that I do not have to ask for a lawyer for it.
I'm gonna
I
have
know
to
that.
drop out for a second. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll wait for him. I think it's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I meant.
To be honest, that stuff is, that's all, I don't know, dude stuff. I have not been
There are
listening.
female programmers.
No,
There are female programmers.
I'm saying I wasn't listening.
Yeah. That's almost this, but you actually have been answering.
I have been? Oh yeah, I have been.
Yes, you have.
You're right. I have been.
Steve said Blizzard is too slow in any way. Okay, yeah. Companies like Blizzard and EA and Ubisoft, like those are like really no-goes for me. Like I would definitely not work in a place like that.
Well, yeah, I can't tell. I really can't contribute on this one because I have no idea, dude. This is out of my realm of expertise in any way, shape, or form.
What you actually need to know is it's a bad company. That's everything.
I guess so. I'm gonna take your word for it. I have no idea what you're talking about. That's all I can say. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so Blizzard for ethical reasons and Ubisoft and EA for poor business management.
Okay.
So what's happening with Blizzard is actually too fucked up for me to actually say it on stream, so I'm not gonna say it. Even though that lots of people say it on YouTube videos, but maybe my description might hurt your channel.
Might hurt my
So
channel. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay. So in Blizzard, it's actually a sexual harassment scandal.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah, and we're talking about people, employees in this case, stealing breast milk from their colleagues.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm serious, by the way.
I know. That's ridiculous, but that's okay. Breast milk.
Yeah, Ubisoft and EA, it's kind of different. What's happening to Ubisoft and EA, it's their consumers telling them, we don't want this, and they say, fuck it, we're gonna do it anyway.
Well, SI, if you lead with SI as an INFJ, that would make your compatibility somebody that has an SE primary as their primary function.
It will be a UDUF ENFP.
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy is into for SE to understand my terminology, but it's basically when ENFP is focused on their ESTP state.
There you go. Look at that. I don't know too much about UCT, but yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm back.
I just know how to. Welcome back, Sam.
Not 10 minutes.
Yeah.
My dad was basically leaving as I went in. I thought I was going to be visiting for a bit.
Gotcha. Well,
This
welcome
milk is
back.
so good.
Oh yeah, Hugo was just talking about how Blizzard was stealing people's breast milk apparently.
Oh yeah, that was 100% a thing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
See, these gamers can't get laid to get breast milk, so they have to steal it from other women.
Why can't they just buy it? They have so much money.
Ha!
I don't know if they can buy it. Can you let me ask?
Yes, you can buy you can buy breast milk. It's really expensive, but you can buy it.
Well, mm.
Okay, there's actually a milk bank.
Yep.
Like actual human milk. Okay, it's actually a thing.
Yep.
On God. If I had this milk, I probably wouldn't have gone on keto.
Why?
But I mean, they're working to one of the highest
What do you mean, Sam?
companies in Blizzard.
Like, I could drink that entire 52-ounce bottle in one sitting.
Oh, I see. Jesus Christ, you like your milk.
I do.
Well, maybe that can be your cheat day. Just an entire jug of milk.
Yeah. And like 2 cookies.
Yeah. Ubisoft, aka Boobysoft. Okay, Steve, what the heck?
I do not think that Ubisoft's problem is not an ethical problem. I already said what was Ubisoft's problem.
I
Why
vaguely
it's a bad
remember.
company.
I don't remember. I don't care. I just... Why choose to work for the man when you can be the man?
Exactly. Just make a video game. Don't worry about it.
No, here's the thing. When you work at the company, you build a reputation.
Yep.
If you build a reputation and you also are creating your own stuff, like you have 2 sources of essentially resume for you.
Okay.
And
Here-
so if you have that
Okay.
much value, the risk of you getting homeless or not getting a job as quickly is gonna to be lesser. It's going
Yeah.
to be less of a precaution.
I hear
Uh-huh.
what you're
More like-
saying, but here's a counterpoint. What if you get accused of sexual harassment of your coworkers?
Like at that point, I should essentially be capable of getting a lawyer.
Bruh, it doesn't matter. You can
Mhm.
lose all your credibility just because people on the internet believe you, but don't believe you. Like the whole thing, like
Look, some people will know the truth. I know
It-
that. I know that.
it's still gonna
not
hurt your
every- not every-
sales.
Yep.
Oh, I can still live on my own
My
even then.
okay,
But a lot of these people that get accused of sexual harassment lose their job, though. Like,
Yeah.
outright, because no one wants to actually, like...
yeah, the company will just fire you just because they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah,
But look,
because they don't care about you.
Mm-hmm.
But look, I might have lost my job at like normal 9-to-5 companies, but I have the possibility of doing my stuff on my own. I still have people who want to buy my products. Like it's not gonna be everybody. Like lots of people might do it, but I can still have a comfortable lifestyle with what I'm doing.
Okay. As long as you're doing something,
like-
man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I can do stuff on my own, and this time I might not even need like a publisher. I can publish it myself.
Yeah, that's it. You clearly want to do the stuff yourself. You just kind of feel like you have to go down the company route.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we're telling you don't need to do that. Because there's a lot of people that have been successful, and there's a lot of routes to getting a reputation without working for a company.
Oh, it's just I want to do beautiful stuff.
I know, but you don't need a company for that.
What are you doing?
Like, here's
Do
here's the question.
I need a company to do an Elden Ring.
Like,
Gotcha.
yeah, Elden Ring. But like, could you not study it for yourself?
Yes, I can.
Okay. The other thing too is like, does it have to be a big company for connections, like you mentioned, or could you do like game jams with people? Make connections because
I would like to invite some of my friends to game jams. Yeah.
yeah, go down that route.
I mean, do you know what happened one day at Eurovision? You probably don't because it's not something
Yeah, it sounds like Europe, and I don't really give a fuck about Europe.
Right.
Anyway, go on.
Yes, Steve, thank you, Steve. I know that I'm around people who actually enjoy me, and I like it.
Yeah, there you go.
Not gonna make comments because one, Ellie asked me not to, and
What's that?
two, I think that I'm pretty good.
Oh, I see.
I was talking about the thing that that I talked to you three, like also mentioning Cortland, even though that he's not here.
Yeah, he's taking a nap.
Oh yeah.
I'm-
Sweet friend.
Yeah. I'm
I would
hoping.
love to speak to him. I think that he would make good takes.
Yeah, I'm hoping he wakes up soon. I sent him some messages because he wanted to be here for the stream, but still napping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I told Jade, like I warned her that you were gonna make a stream, so if she didn't want to show up, like, okay.
Yeah, I'm glad that a separate channel was made for this.
Yeah.
It seems to be the most efficient route. So no one has to be like, wait, I didn't know you were streaming.
Yeah.
I'm about to say something that shouldn't be said on a stream. I don't even want to give an example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Video scheduled for an hour from now.
Cool
There we go.
beans.
I made a video called I'm a Failure, where I talked about my past failure.
Wow. Well then.
But that's a side note. Yeah, Healer, like, at least consider the possibility. You don't have to work for a big company. There's a lot of other things. Oh, what?
Call me Hugo, I don't mind.
Okay. Like, there's a couple of ways you can get a reputation that aren't like I worked under this person. Like, for example, if you did like YouTube videos, not even just educational, like a lot of people like to think educational, but like, there was this one YouTube channel that I liked. It's like Game Dino, but he just kind of makes like these really shitty games for like joke stuff. It's almost like a Let's Play, but it's coding a game.
Oh. Cool.
Let me see if I can find it.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
But
Last time I tried to find it, I couldn't find it, so we'll see.
Yay, failure.
Yeah, but that seems like a niche.
Well,
seems
yeah, but
something
like,
that only is like
if
for
I
people
remember
who-
right, this guy had like freaking 100k subscribers. How much of a niche is that? Dude, you
There's-
can make a living off a niche like that.
There's riches in the niches.
Well,
Yep.
it could
And there's
people could look
bitches in the
at-
niches too.
Mm-hmm.
look. People could look at that and be like, well, that looks cool. I'm gonna give this guy a try, and they end up liking it. It's not everybody. Like, it's not like something that people would actively search for.
No
what I
one
mean.
will ever get everyone. No one. Absolutely no one.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you actually need to be blessed by the algorithm.
No, you
Yes.
don't, you scrub.
Well, you can research the algorithm. People like to play chance, like say it's chance when they're stupid and don't know better. Like people will be like, "Oh, Elizabeth got lucky." It's like, no, she was manifesting this shit for multiple years.
Yeah.
Luck is just a word people use to not give themselves responsibility.
Yep. Don't be a scrub, Hugo. You can be better than that. You're not gonna be an absolute Chad by being a scrub and blaming things on bad luck.
Fat Dino, there it is. I found it.
Nice.
Let me go through and find my favorite one. Wait, what's a Fat Dino? I swear he had a Warcraft video. But this might work too, though, just for the demonstration.
There's niches in the riches that when you When you get riches, you get bitches, which get stitches. Yeah.
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 I see that.
Oh,
Are you
it's
gonna
probably
drop-
the Diablo clone one I'm thinking of. But yeah, here's this fun video for you, Hugo.
Yeah, you're gonna send me that through okay, it's public chat. Yeah, this. Yeah, let me take a look at it. You even gave me the timestamp, which is good.
Oh, it was just where it was when I last watched it.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh, this is the one I wanted because I'm a huge Warcraft fan. I'm gonna post several of these in here. Just have fun and watch these, man.
Okay. The guy's name is Fat Dino.
Mm-hmm. You can also stream these because people like need help with like troubleshooting. Hell, like you know, you can like people like services. People like it when you help them. You could also do streaming like on Twitch and stuff, and you can help people with some of their programming. That'll get you reputation pretty quick too.
The
Because
problem is that I do not have the right equipment.
what do you mean, right equipment? You have a camera right now.
Like, I have 4 gigabytes of RAM.
Okay.
And my
Then
PC makes lots of noise.
you said you didn't mind having a day job for stability, so get a day job and save up
Yeah,
money
that's
so you
what
can have
that's
a
what I'm.
computer. You didn't
That's
even
what
mind it for
my
the factory.
Hey.
Mhm.
Hugo. You don't want to be an INFJ, right?
No.
So, yeah, INFJs get the stereotype of being walking excuse boxes. You sound like an INFJ right now.
I mean, I also have some traits of INTJ, like procrastination.
I mean,
My point is, stop
Yeah,
making
yeah.
excuses and just do.
and you know why INTJs have the procrastination thing?
Why?
Because they're perception functions. It's not judgment oriented. INFJs have the same thing too.
Thank you.
I don't feel like Cortland procrastinates a lot.
Well, because Cortland's a competent man.
That's true.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard myself right now.
You hurt yourself? Or you heard yourself?
I heard myself in someone else's microphone, I think.
Oh, it might have been Sam's.
Maybe.
Well, don't speak so loud.
Yeah. Well,
This coming from SE Trickster.
well, here's the thing.
Huh.
Here's the Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Hmm?
Never mind.
Welcome to chat. I am intellectual.
Oh, yeah, that's them.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
me.
I know that's you.
I want. So, like, you don't have to read Steve's comments to me. I can read them myself. Or you're probably doing it for other people.
I'm doing it for the recording, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And why do you have the top chat in your right corner?
Just in case people listen on audio while they're multitasking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is a really
Oh.
nice picture.
Thank you.
Also, one thing that I was gonna say, but since Sam was talking, I couldn't. The way how you drawed your hands, it was very intelligent of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like you did the rectangle like with a like okay, a bow shaped line, and then you started drawing with another color above that rectangle.
Yeah.
That's how you draw your fingers, and I thought that was. I thought that was pretty smart thing to do.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get another glass of milk.
Okay. Choose.
Oh, watch out for brain fog.
Oh.
That's the thing. I can sustain technically 2 more glasses of milk.
Before
And
you
I
get
hope I
knocked
don't
out of
go that
keto.
far. Oh, what?
Before you get knocked out of keto, you mean?
Yeah, you knocked out of ketosis.
Yeah.
How can you get out? How can
You
you
have too
get
many
out of
carbs.
keto? Yeah, it has carbs. That's the point. Like,
Mm-hmm.
But you can stay in ketosis if you like consume 20 carbs or less.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's a little variation for it based on size and other bullshit, but like, I'll just keep it to 20 carbs. I'm sure that's the lowest end.
20 what
Yeah, we
carbs?
can
You mean
play
20 grams or 20 pounds?
20 G's. You know what 20 pounds of carbs would look like, dude?
Hugo's just being a little cheeky bitch. Right, Hugo?
Look, it's just that I'm using the metric system. You guys use the imperial system.
No,
so I'm
you're
trying
being a little cheeky bitch. Don't come at me with that 20 pounds of carb shit. You know better.
Oh.
Come on, man. Don't play me like that. We ain't stupid in here.
Okay, so it's actually grams. I'll assume it's grams.
Yes, it's grams.
Uh,
Eh?
okay, I have to say, like, I don't know if you know, but for me, it's already Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm. Happy Valentine's Day, Hugo.
Now, here's the thing. I'm actually trying to get something for the person that you actually know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say it on stream.
Well.
And yeah, the deadline reached, and I was planning this for a long while, like what I was gonna do.
Did you do it?
Let me tell you, I was actually like my first idea was actually mailing chocolate. That was my idea, and she could give me like a postal code. She didn't have to give me her address.
Uh-huh.
So, but I was out of money. So I cannot give her chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm in a very bad situation right now.
Why?
Why? Because I want to give something and I do not know what to give. And how will I give it?
Oh. Well.
Plus the chocolate is definitely not gonna reach that place in like a day. Gonna like at least 3 days to reach that destination. Just on car.
So, if you were planning this for a long time, what happened?
I didn't want to ask my parents for money.
What happened before that?
Before that?
Yes. You said you were
Before that,
planning
nothing.
this for a long time. What was your plan?
Okay, long time I mean 3 weeks.
What was your plan?
It's not a long
My
time, dude.
plan was either what I said, chocolate, or it was like I don't know, like a car, like a project that I could make.
Oh, you mean an idea. I thought you were talking about like a
Yeah.
plan. That's not a plan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a plan at all. You're brainstorming, my guy. You're
Yeah.
trying to find a plan.
That's a note.
Yeah, no.
Guys, I have a note. It's okay, guys. I have a note.
Yeah. It's on a pink post-it note.
Yeah. Would you guys suggest something?
No, it's too late now.
Like, maybe get her something digital. Like,
Do you know how to
you know,
sing?
mm,
I would ask him to
that's
sing.
like that's
I
for
would
shit
ask a
when
singer.
like a person's actually attracted to a person.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I wouldn't mind sing, but I sang once, and I think that she told me that I didn't have the voice.
Yeah, that you're
Uh,
you're dealing with some. Yeah, this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
You just
I
give
can
up on
try, but
the Valentine's Day idea. It's not gonna work out. I'm sorry.
yeah.
But you know, should have planned a little better. So if I have any
Hmm.
advice for you, actually like come up with a plan so you can stick to it instead of just an idea next time.
Yeah. You gotta put the effort into it, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
It, I was not planning something big. I was like, it was what you said, an idea after all.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but you didn't even
yeah,
stick to the idea, so it's not a
yeah.
plan.
It's like, oh yeah, 10 pounds isn't heavy, but you're not lifting it, so. Which is why going small to big is always such an important idea.
It is.
It's how you get strong.
Big and strong.
Hmm. Drink your milk,
The
kids.
worst,
But not too
the
much,
worst,
because
the
keto.
worst part about my consciousness is that I know that if you were drawing me and the person that you know who I'm talking about, probably I would be in your shoes and she would be in Court's shoes.
As in, you're the sub?
No, I'm chasing.
Oh, I see. Well, but the thing is,
Because like Court is just standing there. Court is just standing there, you see.
oh, I see. Also, yeah, yeah.
Get
You,
her, get her something she would like. What does she like that you can get your hands on? Also, as Elizabeth and Sam said, it could be really creative. Just play small this time if you feel the need. Well, I I could give her a tool, like a piece of software. I could make a drawing, but don't have really lots of confidence in myself, and I want to make something presentable, like what Elizabeth is doing.
mm,
And I don't want to do what I'm doing currently. I do not want to be making excuses,
Yeah. Um.
but I'm trying to think
Okay,
what
so
could
I'm gonna pick your route for you. Find her a software. Like, get her a League of Legends skin.
that's a good idea.
Like, I don't
I
know. Like,
look
maybe I'm a pretentious dick. I don't do gift giving very well. But, like,
look. Look.
I.
If I had money right now, you know what I would do? I would buy her a Doom copy, and I would say we're gonna play this shit together. That's what I would do.
So you don't even have money?
I already said that.
Okay, so
Then why did you
you don't
mention
have
buy
you
her a
don't
piece
have
of software?
you don't have any options, my guy. I'm sorry.
Unless you want to draw something.
Yeah, you could draw something.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Which, here's the thing. You know how guys that have no money get laid? Or get a girlfriend? I guess in your case, because you're kind of a little soft on that shit. Have a big dick energy.
Yep.
You gotta give that drawing to her and be like, this is the best drawing in the fucking world.
That would work. This is me and you. It's
Yeah,
stick
that's-
figures, but it's amazing.
Yeah, we're fucking in this picture.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I have an idea of what I could do.
Mm.
Hold on, I'm gonna share my stream real quick.
Okay.
And luckily this is not going on the actual stream, so don't worry, Elizabeth.
Okay.
This is for Hugo's entertainment, basically.
Okay, gotcha. So you
Alright.
you want me to minimize?
Yeah, I'm basically gonna
Please-
draw two people fucking.
Okay.
No, don't fucking. I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna watch that.
Aww. Pure
So
and
then
wholesome.
There's me.
And
Are you watching?
I am actually. I am actually. He's not doing anything obscene as of right now.
Well, thank goodness. We wouldn't want that.
Okay. I think now I get what's happening. You don't want to switch. Yeah, you don't want to switch right now. You don't.
I know.
You don't. Yeah.
And then just
It's interesting.
draw the picture of you two railing. Now this is my version,
Uh,
going hard on the missionary.
Oh, jeez.
I like how you made the U mouth.
And then yeah, because I'm like, "Arr!" because growling is cool and shit. And then we're gonna make her blush, yeah. And
That seems so simple.
I know it's the
No?
best.
Well, you gotta make sure they know what it is, you know?
Uh huh. Oh wait, one small adjustment. There we go. A big ass. Actually, I need a big ass too.
Yes, you do, my friend. Yes, you do.
So yeah, I would send this to frickin' ENJ waifu or whatever, and I'll be like, "Yo, let's create that shit."
Yo.
Okay, I have an idea. I actually got an idea right now.
Is it better than this one?
It is wholesome, but it's not softcore porn.
What do you mean softcore? This was hardcore. I literally heard two people fucking.
Yeah, that's not softcore, dude.
You actually did not see like any
Oh yeah, I
genitalia,
don't
so
have it on anymore, Elizabeth. If you want to tune in on my stuff, I'm gonna do a more wholesome picture this time.
Okay.
No.
No,
He's
it's
not gonna do it.
Like I said, I'm a man of my word. If I was gonna prank someone, I would do it from the shadows.
yeah.
And the fact that he's smiling, it's like the guy is clueless.
Let me see. Aww. Look how happy they are together. Aww. It's Sam.
Yeah.
A drawing
I know
stream and a
what
drawing stream.
watch out, please. Please watch out.
But,
Are you just gonna...
it's the cute little things about people that draw them together.
Yeah. Is that gonna be your ENFJ pastel goth girlfriend?
Let's see. Not sure. Let's see. Wait, do I mean? I don't even have a preference on ENFJ or ENTJ anymore. I'll be honest. There's a part of me that kind of wants to keep ENFJ, so I always have to have a little bit of that FI vigor.
Hmm.
Okay, it's weird that I actually like know the difference between choosing an ENFP and choosing an ENTP for my partner in terms of either pedagogue or golden.
You said it's
So
weird?
in my no, I was not saying it's weird. Like I saying I know the difference.
Oh, okay.
Like what I choose. So ENFPs are like they are spitting energy all along, and like the thing about them is cuteness. Like that's how I would describe them in one word. Now ENTPs, how I would describe them is alluring and provocative.
Hmm.
Like what they do is they make you believe you want them. And sometimes it's forceful. Like I was watching a movie with my dad. I think that the protagonist was an ENTP, he was basically being straight to the point. Like, I was looking at him and I was like, how can you do this? How can you be this bold with such creepiness? Like,
Effie
but
demon.
it's SC demon, yeah. And she was actually getting into it. So
Oh
I assume
yeah.
that she was INJ.
Yeah,
I assume that
maintain
she
your
was
frame.
Mm. SI demon loves discomfort. I even said in martial arts class, I was like, I'm kind of a masochist, so if you choke me a little too hard, I'm fine with it.
Nice.
Aren't you SI child?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beep boop.
Discomfort.
Yeah, but SI Child thinks it can handle anything.
I can.
Yeah. The music just agreed with you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Said yeah.
Now, looking at that point of view, like, it's kind of weird with my with TI child, like chase typing me TI child, because I do not consider myself a very smart fellow.
I honestly think most INTJs are dumb as fuck. I also think most INFJs are dumb as fuck too. But like,
Mm-hmm. INFJ's also
Yeah,
worried that they're dumb as fuck, by the way. But anyway, Steve said ENFPs have been rare for me to attract. ENTPs for some reason have eyed me more.
What's your type, Steve?
He's
INFJ.
INFJ.
He's wait. Do we know this guy?
Yes.
Yeah. He used to be around more often. Wonder what have you been up to, Steve?
Hey Steve, what's going on? How you doing? We miss you.
Yeah, to be honest, Steve, I actually feel the same about you, and I consider myself INTJ. Like, I actually find ENFPs more common than ENTPs.
Common or commonly attracted to? He's talking about.
No, common. No, common. Like, most ENTPs I found are actually men, and the small ENTPs that I've found, which is actually the target that I'm looking for, either are married or have boyfriends, and I'm like, fuck this shit.
Well, that is the thing
I've been
about
actually very
being.
lucky.
Hmm?
I've been actually very lucky with the NFPs.
I see.
I have to say that.
That's good.
More than with the NTPs, which is actually my target audience.
Well.
Okay, I have to say, Sam. I actually like what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: this
Nothing
isn't
weird.
objectively good or anything.
Yeah.
It's just a nice little drawing.
Yeah, it just appeals to the right audience.
Mm-hmm.
Suffering in the background. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm having separation anxiety, if that makes you feel any better. So I'm also suffering. Just in the foreground.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
I think.
Hmm?
I think it makes sense.
Does it make sense?
Boyfriend.
But for some reason, I kept thinking that I'm probably saying bullshit.
Don't worry about it. You're probably not saying bullshit.
Yep. I correct you when I see bullshit. You're good.
Sounds good to hear that from T Critic.
No, it's literally just what Sam said. I miss my boyfriend. He's taking a nap. And I'm like, come back.
Actually had the chance to actually engage with the person that I was talking about, and I just didn't. Not saying that this is achievement, because honestly it isn't.
Oh wow, Steve. That's intense. Well, do what you do. Do what you gotta do to get what you want done.
I believe in you, buddy.
I
I've
believe in
seen Cartman
you.
work before.
Yeah.
You'll be back in no time. You got this, brother. Be strong.
I know what I'm gonna give.
What are you gonna give?
Okay, so remember how I told you about the idea that I have about potential manga regarding the egos?
Yes.
So essentially, what I'm gonna do is give her a draft.
Oh, okay. Like a poem.
No, not a poem. Not a poem.
Oh, it'll basically have the same appeal as a poem.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Point that it's kind of hard for me to admit because as inferior is that you could say that this is a self-insert.
Oh, calm
And like
down. Everybody makes self-inserts.
they don't make it like right into your face like
I do all the time. That's literally the entire Ego Hackers channel. I literally photoshopped my head in front of a strongman. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Because I refer to myself as a strongman.
yeah, but you're supposed to sell this shit.
And get yourself in position where you're supposed to sell yourself, my guy. And even then, I started doing this shit since 9th grade.
I got you, Steve.
Like, hold on. I will literally... Oh, yeah, Elizabeth, if you want to check out my drawing, it's done now.
Okay.
Elizabeth, just to warn you, it seems like Port's hands is... okay, how do I say this without sounding dirty? Like, I really don't want to. Oh, it looks cool. It looks good, Sam.
It does look... It's very cute. Very cute. I love it.
How do I say this without sounding dirty? Like, Port's hands... the color of Quart's hand seems to be matching with your... I don't know if that's a skirt.
It is
Okay, like
a bodysuit.
okay, like it's the color is matching with your bodysuit. Like I cannot see what's his hands, what's your hip.
What do you think, Sam? Can you take a look real quick?
Oh, I'll take a look. Yeah, I was grabbing my old art portfolio from high school. What am I looking at?
Let's see if you can see
I also had one of those.
Is that better?
Sorry.
Oh, what's better?
Let me see. I'm still seeing the slightly better, but but it's still a little hard to see.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Do you want me to test your colors or?
Here, yes. See if you can see like Court's hand from my bodysuit color.
I'd recommend a white outline.
Okay. I can do that.
But I'm about to show you a drawing I did in 9th grade. If I have it in here. I hope I have it. Otherwise, this will be embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
I embarrass myself all the fucking time, dude. It's fun.
Look,
and maybe I'll go through some of these drawings another day. Oh, I've actually got some Pokemon posters in here, too. Check this out.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
nice.
And then on the other side is Diancie.
Let me tell you something. I should use this for personal motivation.
What?
And yes, it looks cool.
What are you using for? Huh?
Look, Sam, hear me out for now. So I know that I should be using this for myself instead of others, but honestly, I right now do not know how I should use this. But here's the thing. So during my 5th to 9th grade, I completely skipped visual education. We had a subject which was called visual education, which is essentially your drawing. and you're trying to make sense of the real world. It's like it's basically people jerking off to SE. So the thing is, I skipped all of that from 5th to 8th grade, and I started taking it serious for 9th grade because I realized how useful it actually was for what I wanted to do. So I started actually taking the classes seriously, and I couldn't imagine like how far I actually went in the course of a year. I have to say, Sam, if I actually took my class seriously, I would probably be drawing that better.
But
Not
okay,
to,
so
like,
this was a 9th grade drawing of me. I took a Mario Kart image and I slapped my fucking face in it.
Amazing.
You don't
Amazing.
you don't work to the job so you can do the thing. You do the thing so you can get the job.
Yep.
I never stopped doing this shit once I started doing it. You know?
Mm-hmm. I agree with this.
Insert yourself into everything and you'll get yourself employed in no time. Quote unquote, it's an abstract, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make
it's
it
for
your
skill.
thing.
It's not for presentation.
I should probably go over my old artwork because I'm probably gonna burn all of this when I move.
Oh, look! My ESFJ sister once took my drawings and placed them into a box that was supposed to go to. Do you call these things eco points? It was supposed to go to the blue eco point, and
We don't have those.
it's okay. How do you say?
Recycle bin?
Recycle. Yes. Yes, she was putting those in the specific recycle bin. And she didn't talk to me about it. She didn't check my opinion about it. She just did it. And what happened is that maybe I ever typed wrong, but you just need to know the story. So I was basically complying. I was taking the stuff that was in the box and throwing it into the recycle bin. But then I realized that in the recycle bin, I have stuff that is mine. Like drawings that I made, and I was actually proud of those.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at that and I want to scream, but I can't because I'm outside and people are hearing me. Like, I was not in the forest, I was actually like in a living area. But I wanted to scream out of my lungs, out of what I was seeing, like the horror of what I was seeing. Like, I was throwing away my work.
Mm-hmm.
Because of my sister. Because she did that.
What about it?
I felt that there was no point in keeping it anymore.
So you threw it
So
away?
I threw it all away.
Oh, okay.
I threw it all away. I went home. Like I was in a I went home and
Oh, yikes, Steve.
I think that what I did was I went to a catatonic state. I went to bed and I was just there, like I didn't move. Like I was on my bed, just standing there, like laying down and not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I went down to eat, but essentially what I did was trying to cope with that, but that couldn't basically leave out my mind.
Mm.
And I never confronted my sister because I knew that she wouldn't care and it wouldn't make a difference, so why bother? I told my mother, and she didn't do much. Why
Well,
would she care about
yeah.
his achievements? Like, yeah, like what she did was a tap in the back. That was all. That was it. That was everything that she did. That's all.
I personally, yeah, no, I personally wouldn't take that as offense either. Like, if one of my family members threw my drawings away, I would just be like, well, I guess I have to make more. It's not that it's easy to recreate what's in your mind.
It's a totem aspect for him because he's an SE user.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, could you repeat? I didn't hear you.
So it's not as big of a deal for us SI users because we're not totem driven. While for you, you are totem driven.
Yes. Yes.
Which I gotta say, it does suck, and it is annoying to have people do things without permission. But like,
She could have told me, hey, can I throw this away? And no, she just did it.
Yep. Like, I don't want to be like, yeah, it does suck, but it's like, you know, what are you gonna do? Which is basically your idea.
Yeah,
But
nothing. It's nothing.
I do think
Which was what I
the
did.
best route is to make artwork that you're even more proud of than the first artwork. And also, yeah, remember that thing you mentioned about Asmongold and people not caring about you?
Woo.
Yes.
Your sister probably doesn't care that much about you, and you should probably not address her.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, but here's the thing. I don't
Or,
care
like,
about her.
what I mean is, like,
but
even think about it.
But here's the thing. I don't care about my sister. Because
No,
I
you
know
do,
that
because you
she
talk about it.
You might not want to click that.
What?
I was talking to Ellie.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's just to respect your friend's privacy.
Thanks. I already thought to do that.
Wait, what?
Sweet Steve mentioned to me.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Like, it's not like with Asmongold. Like, he doesn't care at birth. He probably didn't care like forever. Until now, he didn't care. Here with me, it's kind of like, why aren't people caring? And if people are not caring, why should I care about them?
No, Asmongold always cared. Like, he had his friends. Everyone else didn't matter. Like,
Yes.
even beyond OTK. What I'm saying is, your sister is not part of this group that cares. So you probably, it's not even worth considering it, because then you're going to slip into the Templar mirroring thing. Or if you are really insistent on INTJ parroting, because that's the INTJ version.
Yes.
But basically,
It's one of the two.
I'm concerned you're going to stoop to her level.
Yeah.
In terms of thinking about her, so it's best to just not think about it.
It might
Or-
be why I think myself as a pragmatic type. Because
Well, yeah, when
it's
the
not
affiliative doesn't care about you, you have to make your own path. Otherwise, you're just gonna get fucked nonstop.
Because in my case, like, this is not something out of me. Like, I learned this. I learned this stuff. Like, being pragmatic was something that I learned. Like, I was pragmatic because I knew that people were not gonna care, so why should you? And it makes sense.
Yeah.
This is a good color palette for this potentially. Let me see.
I have to agree.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I didn't even. This just got randomly generated. Let me see.
I got rejected by an ENFP because she didn't think anyone could handle her issues, when in reality we could communicate with each other. I gotta keep looking for someone who will appreciate. That sucks so much. That sucks so much because, let me tell you, Steve, if I... And it's actually my case, like, I'm looking for someone who I believe, like, we could be everything, and the person doesn't see that. And... like, you try, and for some reason, like, even though it seems like you can, even though that you know that you can, even though that you know, like, what you're trying to do is reachable, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they don't. The person that you're with them does not read your mind, does not know what you're thinking. But yeah, you have to keep going.
I mean, if it's like natural, you don't have to try that hard. The effort can be put into having the relationship, like into doing the relationship instead of getting the relationship. You know,
Yep.
Yeah.
like how much effort do you think Cortland and Elizabeth had to, you know, how much convincing
Yeah.
do you think Cortland had to do for Elizabeth? You know,
Cortland told me his story. It's none.
It's what? Yeah, none. It's very easy. It can be easy. You just have to wait.
Yep.
But it's hard
Keep
because
working
I
on
have
yourself, brother.
Yeah.
Be a long,
Okay,
lonely road.
maybe
You got
this
the
this is
boy.
a Soul Temple thing.
Oh,
Okay,
what?
maybe this is a Soul Temple thing. It might be my like idea and obsession with fate that makes me try to still do this, even though I know it will be the hardest task of my life. What keeps me doing is that I'll see what it could be in the end, and I do not want to leave it, to let it be.
My thing on that is like, yeah, it's cool and all, but like, it's still one of those things where it's a shortcut. It's a shortcut at the end of the day, and most of the time shortcuts fail. And honestly, for good reason.
Yes. I mean, Court told me he was giving me the cheat code, so that's for sure a shortcut.
What is the cheat
Not all
code?
cheat codes are shortcuts. Like, alright,
I
question.
think the cheat codes are shortcuts.
Is having a good diet a shortcut to getting fit?
Uh, Not really, but I wouldn't call it a cheat code either.
See,
I wouldn't.
there's faster
wouldn't
ways
call-
to do things, but you're still hitting all the marks. That's efficiency. Shortcuts are you're taking an expedient route that's gonna bite you in the ass later.
Yep.
Look, I know a guy who, like, for example, you know that for, I don't know if it was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it doesn't matter, it was some sort of martial artist, so generally you need 10 years to get a black belt. He did it in 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he probably did really good methods. He probably put a lot of fucking time into it. He could have had other martial arts experience. It all depends.
Don't you think
I'm
that's a
more-
shortcut?
No.
Well, it depends on what he did. I mean, did he take steroids for it? I mean, if so, maybe. But he probably put a lot of effort into it. You know, like there's a yellow belt in my studio that's beating green belts and brown belts because he's going to class every day, while the green belts and brown belts are doing only 2.
Also, remember that those statistics are not a limitation, they are an observation.
Yep.
Just because you're supposed to get a black belt in such amount of time doesn't mean that that's the amount of time that you will earn your black belt. You earn it
Right.
as fast or as slow as you're willing to put in the
Yep.
requirements that it takes to get a black belt.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think I'm gonna end up with a black belt because I mostly do this for casual fun,
Exactly.
and I'm okay with that. If
Yeah.
it happens, that's cool and all, but like, I think I mostly just like skin contact.
I have a different yet similar mindset. It's kind of like do at least the minimum. Like be aware that you can stay on your own.
Okay.
Be aware that you
Yeah,
can
that-
stay on your. I don't understand. What do you mean?
Stay on your own. Stay on your own. Like if you want to do it, be sure that you can do it on your own with no. I mean, I don't. When I say no one's help, I do not mean like you don't need help, because I think that once I reach ego hackers, like the actual best advice that I learned was that I need people. What I mean is like you don't have to be a parasite to other people so that you can survive. This is why I was slightly uncomfortable with your and Court's idea,
Which one?
because I don't um, about his job offer.
Why were you uncomfortable?
Because I want to know that I could do it.
You can do it. I'm literally doing it.
Yep.
Like okay, it's not that I can do it, because you essentially give me the steps for it. Like, I don't mind a mentor. I mind someone who's taking me in a wheelchair. That's what I
It's
don't
not-
do not
Nobody
want.
intended to walk you through it like that. You literally just follow the instructions and do it. It's all you.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, as
Yeah.
long as I know that I can credit myself, I'm thankful, and sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'm good with what I have.
Okay?
Yes. Yes. And now that I think of it, maybe it's best that I'm INFJ, because that will essentially mean that I have a portion of both Cortland and you.
What do you mean? As in you're
He has-
compatible with us both in a way?
He has your FE
No.
and TI, and he has Cortland's NI and SE, basically.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think it matters too much, and I wouldn't be worried about, the best. It's like, technically, when I wanted to do Family House, INFP would have been the best type for it. But here's the thing, I don't give a fuck.
I wanna be.
I'm just going about it in the way that I think would be best. Sometimes that is taking INTP tips, like, from like INTP series. And sometimes you just have to go with whatever you're more comfortable with.
That should be the standard, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever
For
you.
now, what I'm mostly doing is just trying to be stable, like trying to will myself to clean the house and do stuff.
I'm gonna really enjoy the day when you start doing more than you talk.
Yeah. Like this entire episode was supposed to be about romantic compatibility.
And it's almost over.
Yep.
Well,
Not almost.
it's
Not
got
almost, there's
7
still
minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Won't take long.
Let's see.
But yeah.
Well, at least we learned a little bit about universal compatibility theory.
Yeah. I might add a message in the comments about ENFJ prom date to get something going. I don't think I can explain it in the time that Healer's gone.
Oh, I see.
Actually, I could probably do the little anecdote that I really like, but it's like, even
Go
though...
for it. If Healer starts interrupting us excessively, I'll just mute him.
Okay. So I wasn't dating an ENFJ, but like we were friends, and I think like retrospect there was definitely sexual tension. I was just too dumb to realize. But it's like we both believed we were like introverts. Like, I was autistic and she was, just kind of like cute, shy girl, whatever stuff.
Mhm.
She was probably pretty UD.
Mhm.
But we both had like an extroversion system where it's like I operated more on the extroverted thinking end.
Mhm.
Like I would basically do the outgoing stuff for like class presentations. We had several classes together.
Mhm.
She'd be too scared to ask questions in class. I would ask them for her. when we needed to turn in a paper, like I would be the one to get up and take her paper and my paper and turn them both in, kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
She was just nervous in that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm doing
I'm
story
back.
time. Howdy.
Okay.
And then she would be Effie hero, bubbly, social with a bunch of the other people, and friends and stuff, or like casual hangout, because I was just a mess at just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
So we
It's good, Steve.
had a good system for that kind of stuff, and it was a good time.
It's good.
All right, that was my. Hey, we brought it back to romantic compatibility.
Now we're back on the subject of romantic compatibility. Let's go! And maybe I'll stream for a little while longer because I don't feel sleepy and I took like a 2-hour nap.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And to be honest, I feel like I'm not gonna sleep tonight anyway until Courtney wakes up.
Oh, okay. Oh, I could bring up the INTJ woman. That's a fun story.
Yes, please.
Or should I actually talk about how I got the prom day with the ENFJ, because I'm very proud of this story.
Yes, both.
Okay, I'll go with the ENFJ for consistency's sake.
Yes.
So it was at the beginning of my typology stuff. Like, I was 3 months into watching Chase when this happened, maybe 4. I was super convinced I was an INFJ at the time. And I was convinced she was an INFP. And I remember it was Friday during our economics class my senior year, and she was like, "Hey Sam, are you planning on going to prom?" And I was like, "Nope."
Well.
And she was like, "Okay." And like, when I say it, I think she sounded disappointed, but I didn't register anything at the time. This is kind of like retrospect.
Yeah.
But I got home, Friday, and I thought about it on Saturday when I woke up, and I was like, wait a minute. She's an INFP. She's informative. She's hinting at prom. That's just feminine communication, but still. I was like, oh, she wanted to go to prom with me. Oh. So then I was like, okay, I didn't have contact. I only had contact information with like 2 friends at the time, because I didn't want to talk to anyone outside of school. It was a mixture of didn't want to and was too nervous to.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any contact information with her. So I waited till Tuesday, because classes alternated every other day. And I was like, hey, so I thought about prom, and would you like to go with me? I think I was pretty direct in it, because I think the unconfident, like, please go out with me bullshit is stupid. Like, I just rather just rake it, just direct.
Yeah.
Bring him in. And she was like, oh, sorry, I got a guy. And then she like looked at me a little bit, and a little head turn, and she was like, "You know what? No, I want to go to prom with you."
Oh.
I was like, "Okay." And so she canceled with the other guy, and we went to prom instead.
And is the drawing the girl in the drawing supposed to be her?
No. It's one of those things I don't want to go back to the past, because it's like I think I'd probably be inclined to do a lot of past self things, and I don't really want that. Yeah.
Basically.
The girl I went to prom with had like brown hair. It's kind of the only thing that's different. I mean, it's like, I don't know, there's only so many ways you could draw like a round, cute girl. So, in a simple style like this, like, of course, it's obvious the style of my drawing is me, because who else has a beard and hair like that,
Yes.
Oh, and like the fucked up eyebrow thing, which I haven't done in a while, but I love to take like hair pomade or whatever and put it on like my eyebrow hair, so it's like forked a bit. I think it looks very gothic.
Nice.
Definitely a side tangent. But like, so we were friendly and stuff. I went to a couple of her tennis competitions. I actually remember one time, let's say the tennis thing was like a 15-minute walk from my house, but there was construction. So a 15-minute walk turned into a 40-minute run walk because I didn't want to be late. And I still remember, actually, I'm technically going out of order, but
Oh no.
this was after prom. But I remember getting to her tennis competition, and I was like panting from the running, walking. I actually think I missed it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
Oh, she had a boyfriend. I didn't know about that, and I was like, oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was a little disappointed, but I was like, I knew enough to be like, well, I missed my shot.
Yeah.
The girl that you went to prom with, you mean?
Yeah. Because it's just a friend date. And, like, I don't do the sneaky fucker bullshit where it's like, I thought I wanted to date you the entire time. Because that's like, I don't think it's just dishonorable. Like, it's just a principle of mine to just not go that route.
I think that is a good thing to have.
Mm-hmm. It's like one thing if feelings develop, but like if it's an intention, no. My thing is I'm strong enough to not need to play from the shadows. Is my personal view.
Nice.
But during the prom,
yeah, go on. Sorry.
Let's see the prom itself. I remember we went to Papa Vino's. It's like an Italian restaurant. That was mildly fun. I was kind of like, she sent her food back twice, and I was like, you know, they're gonna spit in it at this point, right? But I mean, one way or another, she was fine. I also remember doing a Myers run because, I mean, this was like a friend date, so it's like I was with a lot of our friends too, and we were grabbing like basically ingredients to make alcohol stuff, but I didn't stay for the after party because I knew I wasn't into that shit at all.
Yeah.
And like no one ever pressured me into any shit. They were just kind of like, I have a hard time just like separating the two. It's like, was I either so sweet and innocent with SI child they didn't want to corrupt me, or were they like, this is a principled guy? It's hard to say.
I don't think there's much difference, to be honest.
I think that both of them are not very good situations.
No, the last one is absolutely the best situation a man can be in. These are my morals, and I will not compromise them. But I'll be honest, maybe it isn't innocence because it's like,
love
I
is
was
stronger
aware of
than
it.
that. Love is meant to be stronger than that. That shouldn't be a worry.
Wait, what?
Love is meant to be stronger than that. If someone told you,
my morals are stronger than love. It is not love if I have to compromise my moral compass. Like, again, how much compromise do you think Elizabeth and Cortland had to do for their moral compasses to get together, you know? Think about that. I find that most couples that compromise themselves to date each other either are unhappy very quickly or they just fizzle out. It is not worth it. Your pride is not worth giving up for any woman. I'm sorry.
Well, Cortland and Ellie are SDSF, so they're like, so like if something is not worth it, like they're not gonna risk it. In my case, I'm a UDUF trying to pursue a UDUF.
I'm also UDUF.
You're like,
wait, what? What does that have to do with anything? If something is, wait, hang on. What does it mean if something is not worth it? They're not gonna risk it.
Exactly what I was saying.
What Healer's hinting at is basically you're not going to sacrifice your joy state. Meanwhile, UDUFs have nothing to lose, quote unquote.
Oh.
Am I right on that, Healer? Okay. Here's the thing, Healer. Yes, one, you're an INFJ, you're UD. You're super reckless with yourself, which is going to cause you a lot of damage if you keep going down this route.
And
you need to be reckless, not in terms of what other people value, but what you value. Like, you know, you mentioned the thing, with the game developing stuff, you need to be reckless with yourself if you want to, like, you know, do that for a living where you do risk being hungry and shit. That's better recklessness because that's based on your frame, not other people's. Your responsibility as a man is to have your frame, your duty, your desire, your thoughts, and your beliefs. I guess technically moral compass, beliefs, close enough, same thing basically.
Just be
And
moral.
have your moral compass, and then if you meet a woman that you're compatible with, integrate it, find a place for it. You don't change the system for it. You just think of it like putting decorations in your house. You don't. If the decoration doesn't fit in your house, you can't keep it. But you don't mind moving some furniture around if you need to. That's what I'm. Think of it like that.
Are you still not UDSF?
No, I'm not SF at all.
How aren't you still that?
I am way more gluttonous than I am generative. Like, I basically only work at most 4 hours a day. Everything
Damn.
else, I am having fun with judo. And I do have some plans to get around it. Like, I think I am going to start going to the library to do work.
Mm-hmm.
And I know at least on Thursdays, I am going to work with my mom. And she can basically browbeat me when I'm not working. She is more than happy to do that.
Makes sense.
But whatever it takes. And I mean, hey, is it technically emasculating to get browbeaten? Yeah, but I'm signing up for it. It's within my frame, and I'm okay with it. That's my justification, at least. Anyway, yeah. So I am still UDUF. Still very walking in survival mode, basically, and I'm probably going to be until June. But
yeah, Chase told me that that would pretty much change to UDSF when I went to Japan. And to be honest, if Cortland and Elizabeth are actually gonna keep their words, I think it's gonna be sooner than what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's generally a change in life is going to affect your focus.
Yes.
Like June, I'll be around a bunch of people, a bunch of the French. We're gonna do mountain climbing and shit. They'll absolutely make me SF. They'll feel so energized.
Wait. Like, what do you mean by? You mean rock climbing or mountain climbing?
Probably both. Why not have all the things, man?
Because first time I did rock climbing, I didn't even reach 6 meters, but I still got like, I still reached the top, and I did not trust the rope at first time. My first time.
Bro, okay, I'm gonna go rock climbing, and I'm gonna beat those 6 meters.
I want to see
Yeah,
this
it's
now.
basically like the chasing where it's like, not even I do carnivore.
Yeah, it's like, if I can't do it, you can do it. It's like, fuck
It's like,
you.
I'm SI child. I'm built different.
Exactly. This is the attitude that you need to have if you're going to overcome your silly statistics and stereotypes.
Yep.
Break the mold.
I'm still looking at the picture of me railing at this goth girl, and I still think it's funny as fuck. Yeah, after your stream, I'll stream the picture again so you can see Elizabeth.
Okay, that sounds good. I think.
Where was I going? But yeah, so yeah, there is genuinely no love where you are making major sacrifice to your life, because if that's the case,
that's not love.
Wouldn't they love you for you? You know, like, did I ever tell you about the story of that one girl, probably an ENTJ, I'll be 100% honest, who wanted to date me when I was in the Pentecostal church, but she didn't like facial hair because of religion. So she was like, I want to date you, but you need to shave off your facial hair. And I said no. I was a fat nerd back then. You know, I didn't have a job. I didn't have a license. I didn't really have confidence, let's be fucking honest. And I still said no.
Well, did you know her? Like, was she worth it?
It doesn't.
Nobody's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point I'm making. No one's worth it
Yeah.
because you, as a man, need to invest in yourself. Because the investments that you make on yourself are what are going to make you super appealing. Like, notice how I'm Chad-wise. That's an investment on myself. I work very hard on my appearances to basically be this like versatile Viking or Victorian rich man, basically. But yeah. So like, I was basically, I wouldn't say at my lowest point. I technically had potential in college. I'd say my lowest point was like 2022. Early 2023, but the idea is like, no, I value my facial hair. I really like it, and no, I'm not compromising it. And it is still one of the things I am most proud of myself for.
I'm trying to decide. Maybe I should change the shading of this.
You need to think like this. You need to think like this, healer. Because if you don't value yourself, you'll get other people that value you, sure, but it's not going to be the same. Because it's not going to be as satisfying. Like, if you don't value yourself and other people value you, it feels gross. Trust me, I have had it for a long time. The amount of people giving me encouragement and I just didn't like myself just made me feel like just bad because I wasn't filling up to their expectations. But when you like embrace yourself, bro, and then you got other people backing you up because you're embracing yourself, it feels so fucking.
Well, you do need a community. Like, it is hard to do this by yourself.
Oh, for sure. I 100% agree. But here's the thing. If your community doesn't want you, they just want your vessel, it is not worth having that community. I said fuck off to the Pentecostal church when they were trying to basically make me say, convert my entire family. And I was just like, you're not going to shame me into fucking anything. And I was alone for, basically from, what was it, 11 months until the Eco Hackers community that I came back. Yeah, I will sooner be alone than be not myself around people.
That's
It
right.
doesn't matter what I need. I need a community. It's like,
You need your identity.
Yep, you need your identity more than anything else.
Well, I do feel wanted here.
For sure.
Yep, but I do feel kind of guilty.
I'm sure you do. I'm not saying that as an insult. It's just like.
No, I'm just like
No, I get it.
INFJ thing.
Yeah. Realize INTJs don't feel guilty for shit. Okay, let me clarify. They don't go around saying, I feel guilty, I feel guilty. It's like, they feel bad, they feel piteous. Or unless they do something like really, really fucking bad, maybe they feel guilt. But it's not like... I mean, I've heard like healers say every other time he gets on here that I'm guilty. Like, that's not an INTJ.
You think that ISFJ Superego would say this?
Think the amount of times Cortland has said, I feel guilty.
I don't think he needs to feel guilty. Like,
You-
in my
That
case,
doesn't
I feel
change my
guilty
question.
because I feel like I'm a parasite.
I referred
this
to
could
myself as
be-
a parasite as well. Long time ago.
Like, even... Okay, so it's the idea is like, oh, you would be a UDUF INTJ, so you'd feel guilty and shit. I mean, like, trying to think of how often do I weigh things out?
You what?
Yeah, like how often do I do FI judgments in terms of weighing out what's better than another thing? Like, FI basically actually can compare apples to oranges, even though they're completely unrelated. I don't do that shit. The
Well, I
other thing
wouldn't
too is
compare
even
apples to
Yu-Gi-Oh! Chase, he feels guilty all the time, probably more often than like Fib does.
What the heck?
So, other UGF INTJs. I'm trying to think. In the community we had Memento Mori. Not sure about Gaia, UGF INTJ. I don't think he ever expressed guilt at all.
Nope. He had a big problem with remorse too.
Mm-hmm.
He kept on trying to justify, it's like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong though. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I did all these things, and I had this intention, but it's like, I didn't do anything wrong though. It's like, dude, do you not understand? And it was just like, he just kept on going in loops, and he would come to the logical conclusion, but then he'd be like, but I didn't do anything wrong though.
Yeah.
And like, okay, think about this. Didn't it be that? Ugh! Oh, my throat. Sorry. Okay.
You're
What I
good.
was saying is, couldn't it be that I have learned affiliativeness the same way I've learned pragmatism? Like, for example,
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
it's
no one
like,
cares. Why should I care about other people?
is it possible? Kind of, but it's like, again, how much interest orientation do you see from me? Like this is okay, and even then, like the type group's not even like the main way it's done anymore. It's more like octagram. Like
Yes.
you're reckless with yourself. That's pretty fucking obvious. You don't value yourself very much, so you idolize other things and you wish to become them. INTJs have a superiority complex. They are kind of like that. Yeah, I am the idol. Look at me, INFJs. Honestly, I thought you were an INFJ before all this talking, and honestly, from Elizabeth and Cortland, it did sway my opinion. And I did develop a system on how to type INFJs versus INTJs because they are very difficult. INTJs piss me off. INFJs annoy me. And I'm going with the system. From now on.
Yeah.
And you, my friend Healer, I love
know
you,
you.
but goddamn, you can be annoying sometimes.
They argue forever too.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, I am done with my stream. Weird
Okay.
note to leave off on. INFJs annoy TI users.
Yep.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Alright.
Get choked at judo.